What's up, guys, and welcome to another video of DevTalks, where we talk about everything engineering technology-wise. And in this video, Meta has apparently been poaching some talent from Apple. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
Let's turn to tech now, where Meta has poached Apple's top AI executive, Ruoming Pang, in its latest hiring spree for top talent in the AI space. For more, let's bring in Matt Bloxham of Bloomberg Intelligence. Matt, how significant a departure is this?
Yeah, I think it is pretty significant, but perhaps not that surprising, because if you look at what Apple's been doing with its AI strategy recently, the group that Pang runs, their own foundation models group, has been largely sidelined as they try to kind of figure out what their right AI strategy is. And yet it's been kind of fairly well known for a while now that Apple's been considering buying in AI platforms more significantly to kind of build out its platform and in particular redesign its Siri project. So I think morale perhaps in this group has been a bit low, and perhaps some of them feeling like their mission, which is maybe to get more into Apple, but artificial general intelligence is perhaps not something that aligns so much with Apple anymore, and are being tempted by these big offers from Meta.
Well, yeah, it wasn't long ago that
He is 100% correct, and this is why he pretty much listed out the reasoning and everything, but it's really true. Like, in my mind, when I sit there and I'm like, oh, how much would it affect Apple if their top AI person got poached away? It doesn't seem like much. When you go and you look at Apple, right, you wouldn't think it's like it would be that serious, because what AI does Apple actually have? That's the point. All their projects have been pretty much sidelined. What they call AI is Apple Intelligence, and Apple Intelligence isn't their own full-fledged, built-out AI system or model like Gemini, OpenAI, and all of the other ones. It's not like that. OpenAI is built off of Apple Intelligence is built off of OpenAI's framework. And that's what it's built on top of. So the only thing that people are doing in their AI space is building onto Apple Intelligence features, quote unquote, Apple Intelligence features, which are just further built off of OpenAI features. So when you look at Meta, like, hey, this person's talented, we want this person, we'll give you a bag to help us out with our AI system. And yeah, because Meta has their own. Apple is, their philosophy on stuff has ruined the race when it came to AI. They always make updates, releases, features, products later than everyone else. They are always late to the ball. When it came to AI, they came late to the ball. They had one thing going for them: Siri. Everybody was expecting Siri to be that AI that everybody looks to, that talks to, especially in the United States. And that's a failure. It didn't happen. Siri was not lived up to the expectations that we all thought that it was going to do, and mine's is going off because it hears me talking shit about it. But that's just the truth. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It doesn't live up to what it's supposed to. Alexa is going to be living up to what Siri was supposed to, because Amazon has their own AI framework that they're building up consistently over there, and who they're partnering with. Apple partners with so many different companies trying to figure this stuff out, trying to see who they're going to incorporate with for their Safari and all this other things, when they could have did it themselves, but they didn't want to spend the R&D for it. They rather spent the R&D for a Vision Pro that's hella expensive, and they still haven't even made a cheaper version for it yet, which is why they're going to be losing in that market as well. It's 100% true. Like, you would mainly sit and think they're like, what was the purpose of it in the beginning? Oh well, they took them. Oh well, what now? But like, they're still not gonna release nothing crazy. I bet you it's gonna help Meta out a lot. Zuck's sending out hundreds of thousands of dollars. How much do you think he got them for? Let's see.
OpenAI's Sam Altman was laughing at Meta for dangling these 9-figure bonuses at his staff to poach them. Does it show that actually Mark Zuckerberg's strategy is working and that OpenAI and Anthropic should be worried?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, when you're prepared to kind of get the checkbook out and pay people tens of millions of dollars, inevitably, I think you're going to have a kind of high success rate. I mean, it's interesting, recent comments that have come to light from Sam Altman, suggest that he's not overly worried about these kind of poachers, and that actually he suggested that Meta's had to go some way down their list of priorities to get people, and that actually the people that Sam Altman wanted to retain, he's been successful in doing so. But clearly this is impacting them. I think in those same communications internally, Sam Altman was suggesting that they are having a rethink about compensation structure for the whole of their AI research team. So suggesting perhaps there is going to be a pay bump for these people, and also suggesting that there's a huge amount more upside in the OpenAI share price than there is in Meta. So clearly the message is landing that perhaps compensation needs to change for this caliber of AI engineer.
So when we look at this, there's a few impacts of that can come through the actual price thing. If this person's getting paid millions of dollars, right, and to get poached, and mind you, this is an executive level employee. This isn't one of the main engineers. This is someone who's going to be heads down thinking about how they're going to advance their AI. They have really strong knowledge on AI already and how they're going to build it out. And the main thing, one, Sam Altman seems to have beef with every other company CEO. He's always laughing at somebody's CEO. But the thing about giving out these poaching numbers and everything, and which has been risky to these other AI companies, well, it's a lot easier for somebody to jump ship at Apple than it probably would be. And that's an expert in AI, mind you. We're only thinking of this on an AI aspect. But it's a lot easier to poach somebody from Apple than OpenAI or Anthropic or one of those companies, because those companies are so heavily driven into the AI development that those people probably are busy as hell and they already probably get paid a lot. So you would have to pay them an extreme amount. And then that's led to what the guy was talking about there about this them rethinking this pay structure, because it can be like if Meta pays too much to these people, it can burst a bubble in the pay bubble that they're all sitting in right now. There's probably a certain amount that they're all in at first, and a lot of people are probably really, really invested, especially at Anthropic and OpenAI, because I believe neither one of them are public yet. So there's a lot of stake that somebody's going to be getting while working at one of those companies versus potentially Meta, because we don't really know where Anthropic or OpenAI is really going to publicize out of. It's going to be a large number. I know they're going to that's going to be a day. When that actually does happen, it will be a day. But if Zuck goes out here and tries to poach people with all these millions and millions and millions of dollars, they're taking the bottom half of the talent that they're not really too worried about. It could definitely pop that pay gap bubble where some of the other employees who are like, hey, we're better than them and you're trying to retain us, and I get it, we want to stay here, but can we get that? Because Meta's out here getting that, so we should be able to poach them. I could have sworn poaching was somewhat against the law. I could be wrong. I felt like that was some bad practice or something in that kind of sense. It's hard for me to really recall the exact specific details and that matter of fact of doing that. I feel like there's some competitive thing against it, but maybe not if Meta's out here doing this, and I haven't seen any legal things come just yet. But this has been big news on what's been going on, and if you're an AI engineer, how easy do you think it would be for you to get poached? Especially for $1 million bag. Oh my gosh. You gonna pay me how much? Yeah. Probably easy decisions to make here, and they're probably sitting there for those employees that are going out and telling Sam Altman or whoever, hey, Meta's trying to poach me, this is how much they're trying to give me, and things like that, what can you do to keep me to staying? Good to them, because they negotiating their bag. They're negotiating their value and everything, and as long as AI is going to be on the up and up, they going to be making some crazy money. But without further ado, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really interested in what you guys have to say and think in this topic. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate everybody who shares, likes, and subscribes. I really appreciate it so much. You have no idea. I really do. If you want to send me any recommendations, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. Everything's going to be in the description down below, so go check that out. And let me know if you guys have any recommendations for me to cover. Without further ado, peace. See y'all next time.